How's it going, fellow traders? It's Magic Trader here, and this is the CFTC report that was recorded on October 22nd, 2019. Here's a snapshot of the positions held as of that date. And so let's begin, as we always do, by starting to look at gold. So what do we have here? We have some consolidation here on the weekly chart, and as that was taking place, the institutions increased longs once again. Now we're seeing a pattern. I want you to pay attention to this. Longs were aggressive, they take profits. Then they add to their longs to push price up, and then they take profits. When they take profits, the amount is lower than they previously had. Okay, now they've added again to their longs to push price up. It wouldn't be out of the norm to expect next week's report to have lesser numbers than 319. This is what I'm assuming is going to take place, because that's the pattern since September 24th. But what we can see here is a typical formation that we see when they start taking profits on positions. So everything is looking good. You can see the coloration of shorts are slightly aggressive, so they could be in the process of slowly starting to accumulate a short position at this time. Now we take a look at oil. Oil was responding from low on the range, so we were expecting some upward momentum. And we see right before the big push up, we see that they increased longs from 536 to 548. But take a look here. Shorts, aggressive. This is 2 weeks in a row. So this is a good sign for a bigger push to the downside. Still early to tell, but you can see the coloration of the cells turning from bullish to a more neutral tone, so we're keeping our eyes on that one. US dollar reacting from supply, taking profits on longs from 52 down to 40,000 right now. Shorts are very cooled off, so they're not focusing on short positions. Profit taking, reducing the sentiment from very strong to still bullish. Not yet in neutral territory. Neutral would be down here in the 70s, so we're still in bullish territory. Profit taking, declining, hitting weekly demand. Now we are seeing the push to the upside. Next we have the Aussie. Aussie's been taking profits on shorts, as you can see. We've been suggesting that this was going to take place for quite some time, and it has been taking place. That's what's been causing this move to the upside like this. Longs are still cooled off. In fact, they reduced their longs from 42 to 38,000 as price was rallying up right back into supply. So everything looking exactly as we had anticipated it would. US CAD, they close off longs as price was dropping, and boom, look at that. Short positions, 58,000 up to a very aggressive 71,000. Okay, so we're watching this because there could be a bigger drop coming here. Okay, it all depends on what takes place with the dollar and the overall markets, but there could be a bigger drop like this. So we're watching for that potential. If this continues to build to the short side, then the chance of that taking place grows. But there is the opportunity for us to see a big decline in price. So we are watching that. We are being very aware of that potential. US Swiss franc, we see they're doing nothing with both longs and shorts. Price was responding to supply, dropped, came right back up into some supply on the lower time frames. Likely we see a decline, especially if the dollar continues to the downside. Euro US dollar, we see reaction to the upside from monthly demand. We were expecting this, but as price was rallying, they increased longs from 154 to 168. You know, that makes sense. 230 to 219 on shorts, profit taking. Nothing very big at this point, okay? But what we can see is shorts are below average, long are below average and shorts are below average. So they're not really doing anything. Still, sentiment remains neutral. That tells us to stay away from this pair at this point. Pound US dollar, we were anticipating profit taking since these numbers, and that's exactly what took place. Price rallied, and we see they are starting to add to longs right now, and that came with this big push right into supply, getting that reaction to the downside because we are hitting supply. Big profit taking on shorts. We are watching for a bigger move to the upside. Okay, there's a big potential for that. And again, if that was to take place, we'd want to see it drop and then accumulate more longs, get long into more aggressive territory, and if that takes place, then yes, looks like this is what's in the works. US dollar, Japanese yen, we see longs increase into more out of a cooled off territory into a more neutral territory, and that came as price was consolidating here. We see profit taking on shorts continued from 46,000 to 41,000. Look at this. Net positions bullish. Let's see if this momentum sticks, because if it does, we could see a bigger push. There is that monthly descending trend line where we can see a reaction to the downside. And last but not least, we have the Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar, they close off longs, and this was coming as price was rallying, and they reduced some more of their shorts, causing short exposure to jump up to 81%. Net position still very negative. We are expecting more downside to come, but there is the potential for a short-term rally here before that downside comes. Alright, lots going on in the markets. If you need more help, you can visit us at www.whiteoakfx.com. Thanks and have a great week. Take care.